Read the hat, mother fathers. Welcome in another edition of the Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast. Broadcasting via tape delay, like we're in Australia, but we actually courtesy of your time, and you can watch us whenever, not live at an unreasonable hour. Kyle Cornell, AA Anthony Alford with you.
Hey, we'll be on at 8 a.m. Friday morning. Actually, I think we will be.
The audio version will be out at 8 a.m.
No, the audio version will be out at midnight.
Oh, wow.
But the audio is saved already, and then the videos have to upload on the Inside Edge and Side Hustle podcast channels and stuff.
At 8 a.m., I'll still be uploading, so that's, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're not working.
No, I'm off. Yeah,
that's right.
I've enjoyed
How
these
was
past
it?
couple
Your
days.
dad's in town. How's that been?
Did you have fun with Grampy? Yeah.
Colton's here in studio, Kyle's son, and your dad's
Do you want to come say hi with your mask on? Come on.
Colton walked in here, and I literally was not sure that a young kid was here. I thought
Come right here.
I thought something happened. Let's take a look. Ladies and gentlemen.
Go ahead, buddy.
Go ahead, stand up. look at this. I just saw this. I was talking with Pete, and I'm like,
You thought somebody broke in.
I was scared. I am not gonna lie to you.
You look good, dude.
But you look great. I love this. I love the outfit. I love the costume. Did you get this costume today? Head nod. Yes.
Okay, you're free to go.
All right. That's enough torture. By the way, happy birthday. I know your birthday was a week ago. Happy birthday. Did you have fun? You can just say yes or no off camera. Did you enjoy it? All right. There you go. There you go. Good stuff there. My birthday's coming up in about 4 or 5 months.
Say, what the hell? So is mine, yeah.
Yeah, it's on.
In like 9 months.
Yeah, 9 months. Yeah. It's there. All right. I didn't even show all the other stuff there. That's us. You saw the topics. You see what we're talking about today. Boy, can't you tell I'm really into wrestling today?
Dude, I am so just...
I think I have to point out, you saw Crown Jewel. You did the review on top of Monday Night Raw.
I did.
I will fully disclose, this is probably the least amount of wrestling I've watched since we started the show.
Well, luckily, AEW wasn't on Tuesday again, so you could just review one show instead of both.
There was something with AEW I considered adding to the rundown, but I couldn't. It's just, I don't know. Darby and Mox had like a promo thing from a jail cell. It was shot. Did you watch TNA like in the early 2010, like the Hulk Hogan TNA?
I like 2011 through the mid 2010s. I didn't watch wrestling.
Okay, you picked a good time not to watch. They used to shoot like the behind the scenes, kind of like I don't want to call it like a movie, but like it was shot in a way where the wrestlers didn't acknowledge the existence of the camera. It was like sneaking a camera into a room. They kind of shot it a little bit like that. So I appreciate the effort. And it's probably AEW's only decently hot story right now. Did you know Eddie Kingston was back?
I didn't care.
I mean, and apparently he didn't either. He doesn't care either.
No.
What we do care about is if you watch us here live, or tape delay, sorry. And also iHeart, Odyssey, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You could listen to the pod as we are in episode 93, 94, 94.
We're somewhere in the mid-90s.
Somewhere in the mid-90s. That's how good the 90s decade was, apparently, according to some people. You just say somewhere in the mid-90s.
Somewhere in the mid-90s.
Somewhere in the mid-90s.
That's where I was born, somewhere in the mid-90s.
Life was good. We got a ton to get through. I think a good portion of the show will be spent talking about the main story.
People getting hurt.
Of this week.
It's like most of the...
People getting hurt. People may not getting hurt, but they're out. It's crazy. Craziness. But yeah, I don't have the ESPN $30, so I didn't get a chance to watch Crown Jewel. I did hear your review, Cena Styles.
Oh my God,
Like a amazing tribute down memory lane.
It was, and it wasn't just WWE guys too. It was TNA guys. It was New Japan guys. You knew, like those two just have it together. It was awesome. Like a lot of people hated on it because they said, "Oh, I don't want to watch these guys do each other's finishers." I'm like, if you were looking for a 2017 Cena Styles match, you're not getting that. Quite frankly, it doesn't make a lot of sense to do that right now.
No.
There was a title involved. There was the story was Cena getting his 16th championship. Those two had great chemistry, but this was about two guys that worked together very well, doing something special that paid tribute because that's what this is for. This is the John Cena tribute tour, essentially.
Always think about like the greats in football, like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. I remember Peyton Manning, his final season with Denver, and this was not the mid-2000s Peyton Manning launching the ball down the field and going crazy, but he was the smartest guy on the field. Mm-hmm. And he needed one drive. He can dink and dunk. He knew exactly where everybody was at on the field. I feel like Cena and Styles, like that's, they know the crowd. They know.
They dink and dunk their way into a 5-star match.
How about that? How about that?
I don't know if Dave gave it 5 stars. I don't care. I think it's a 5-star match.
He probably gave it a 1.5.
3.75. The crowd popped for some stuff, but there wasn't a lot of magic, and
it didn't really make much sense to me, Kyle.
They had the wrong initials at the beginning. It's WWE, not AEW, so it's automatically down to 4 stars, and then
I mean, AJ said it himself. There was no story. I mean, that alone, I usually don't value stories. I like AEW. But here, I expect stories, and there was no story. So,
turn a little bit of Shaggy there.
I know. That was
towards the end.
Need some Scooby snacks. And then afterwards, we got the right winner Sunday night or Saturday, whatever it was.
Saturday
Seth Rollins beating Cody Rhodes. Mm-hmm. The right decision. Hopefully, for SmackDown's sake, there will be some adversity on Cody's side of things. Randall Keith Orton, and he'll finally stop staring and take action. Man, Randy Orton sounds like a wall dancer. He's a hot girl, whatever, and not actually pursuing the hot girl, just letting life pass on by.
Okay.
All right, let's start. Boy, Are
you speaking from personal experience?
Homecoming only comes around once or twice, 3. Or some people go all 4 years of homecoming.
I think I went to one homecoming dance altogether, and it wasn't my school's. So
I went senior year, took my dad's car. Then the car broke down.
Nice. Did you Flintstone at home, or what'd you do?
Might as well.
Son, why does my car not start and there are 2 holes in the driver's side floor? I was like, yabba dabba doo dada.
No, when we were on the road, we were at Greenie Sports Cards. Pete had like a little soundboard. We would have played the sounder. We would have played it right there. Had the applause,
Save all the fun stuff for when I'm not around.
I know. I mean, man, you have a little sound effects. If you get picked up by Pat McAfee and all of a sudden, a legend. All right. We got a 2-parter. I mean, 1 promo, but a ton of things happening here. This is the My Favorite promo of the week. It didn't happen out here. It happened backstage. Mm-hmm. So this was what you're seeing here on the video version of the show. You're seeing the beginning of the show. And I do want to do a little timeline here before we get to the meat of this. At the start of the show, when these guys came out and Seth Rollins basically delivered his celebration speech, what were you thinking at that point?
I was thinking, okay, this is now the real kickoff. I was waiting for what's next because that was Roman's always thing. We smashed him, but this is what we're doing now. Like, he was always thinking ahead. Seth wasn't thinking ahead. Seth was essentially satisfied with what he had done because to him, he accomplished the biggest thing he was ever trying to do, beat Cody, be the champion, all that stuff. He didn't talk about what was next for these two. He just talked about the same thing he'd been talking about the entire time. There was no progression with them. So I thought that was going to be a seed of, okay, he's really satisfied. He's going to be on cloud 9. These guys are going to be like, how much longer do we have to wait? And you're not talking about us going for the tag titles or Braun going back for the IC title or nothing. You're just happy with having everything and us having essentially nothing.
Well,
so.
and to be honest, I mean, logically now after everything that's happened, all of that makes sense. But I thought, maybe this would be a tad bit different in terms of, all right, group leader saying he doesn't need everybody. But I assume coming in that everybody knew this.
Well, so, like, Braun Breaker, if you look at his reactions over the past couple of weeks, there's been a lot of just just a lot of what the hell. Like, he was like, what the hell? And they have a story to tell with that, as we'll get to in a little bit. But, I mean, as far as him being able to do what he needs to do, but I thought, hey, he got his moment. He's the guy now. This will start sowing the seeds of dissension because they're going to be starting to get jealous of this dude. I mean, Bronson Reed put his ass through the ring 7-8 times before because he was mad because Seth was getting attention and he wasn't. So that just breeds something has to change at some point. But to be fair, my mind was that this is going to be way down the road, deep into next year, maybe even after WrestleMania next year. This could be a hot summer thing where they start to flip things over. Yeah, about that.
So before we get to the finish, let's go to the actual promo of the week. It happened later in the show. It was backstage. It was this moment right here. Paul Heyman. Get somebody in your life that looks at you like Paul Heyman. Every time. Until you realize you pull up his resume, and he looks at the... Never mind. This was... Boy, I'm on something today. Seth Rollins. He talked backstage. He was on Cloud 9, as Kyle mentioned. And take a look.
The birth of my child. Marrying my wife. And seeing how much you two have grown in the last 6 months. Some of my proudest moments. I mean that. But I want to take a minute to let you guys know this is the mountaintop. This is the rarefied air.
A place to stop that clip.
I must point out, if you ever look like this at your workplace, you will immediately be drug tested. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. If you are at school smelling crayons or markers and you look like this, you will be sent to the principal's office. Do not do this.
Take notes.
You see this?
Breathe
Cody,
that
you see
in.
this? Yeah, don't do that. Okay. Now, real quick before we
incredible.
keep playing, pause it again. Bronson Reed is locked in.
Yeah, for the most part.
Bronson Reed's locked in. Pause, Paul. But Bronson's locked in.
Oh, Paul's always locked in.
Now, knowing everything that's happened, now you even sitting here watching this now, like, Braun, oh, yeah, you can. Mm-hmm.
Even in the moment when I was watching it, I was like, he's not really too enthused about this. There was no nodding. There was no, like, oh, yeah. It's kind of more like, what?
Well, even earlier in the show when, like, Seth tried to do the whole ticking thing and, like, Braun really wasn't.
No.
Because you don't joke about that. Like, that's not.
He heard dance. Go ahead. Dance for me. Do it. Go on. Do the thing. Dance for me.
Puppets.
Yeah.
He ain't about that.
You know, puppet.
Let's play the rest of this, Pete.
Very few men understand what this is like, and you guys are here. And the crazy thing, I feel like we are this close to taking the next step.
Pete, go back to the 50-second mark of this. Watch Braun Breaker.
He's sleeping.
And then let it play for a little bit.
I feel like
He
we are
ain't
this
feeling
close.
this at all.
That look, he's like,
taking the next
I
step.
just now noticed that.
You ever like listening to a story or someone's telling you what to do and you've done it like multiple times? That's Seth Rollins to Braun Breaker right there. He's like, I can't believe this dude is trying to tell me that this is the mountaintop when he has both titles and I have nothing.
That is crazy.
Like-
wow.
That's like Nikola Jokic winning a championship for the first time and trying to tell LeBron how to win a championship.
No.
It's like, I have 4. What are you talking about?
Do you hold up? You both should remember when Kobe was on Jimmy Kimmel that one when the Lakers won like 10 games a season and Kobe was injured. And the Lakers finally broke like a 15-game losing streak or something. And they had a post game and Swaggy P and whoever else was on the team at the time sitting there celebrating. And Kobe is just sitting there just like. And again, by this point, Kobe had already won his 5 championships. He basically ironclad the rest of the way. It's like, yeah, all you mother effers are going to be off the team if I have the power. That's pretty much what. Let's finish the clip here.
I'm on cloud 9, man. I'm on cloud 9, and there's absolutely no one that can knock me off that mountaintop.
Bronson's like, sure, yeah, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Breaker's like, no one can knock you off of it.
Mm-hmm. And then we get to the end of the show, and then it happened. I will admit, because it aired, in the morning, Monday morning. I'm working, and I kind of doing the credits, whatever. I tuned it out. I legit was like, whoa. I turned around like, I got to like rewind a little bit and kind of see what was going on. To me, I will admit, it was legitimately a shocking moment that I really didn't hate. And again, we didn't know Monday when it happened. We didn't know anything about the Seth Rollins injury, which we'll talk about here shortly. Me personally, you know what? I didn't hate it. Anything that positions Braun Breaker to get to the mountaintop and get to the top, I'll take it. And at the moment, I wasn't thinking about the things that we should be thinking about as host of the show and, observers as, why was this story kind of rushed? They had more juice to this because I've embraced the vision a little bit more, but I was slow to warm up to them myself. And then when they finally broke the can open, you know what? F it. That's kind of how I felt at the time. I was legitimately shocked, and I'm like, whoa, you know what? I kind of like this. I'm very intrigued to see where it goes. And that was all before we learned later in the week about the injury. But, Kyle, I know you mentioned it on the Reacts. Do you still feel the same based on what you said on the Reacts?
It feels rushed. And this is why you should have had a 4th member in the group. Because, the group could technically go on. As a tag team, I don't know. Maybe they recruit one more person. Maybe Seth recruits someone like Austin Theory to try to go up against his guys, and they convinced him to side with them instead. I don't know. I'm royally confused by this. They did a whole injury angle with Seth when he was with the group. And now that he's actually hurt, we heard collarbone, possible broken arm, whatever it is. It's till the end of the year, if not longer, for this injury.
I heard potentially he's going to miss Mania.
If it's a broken collarbone,
if he has to get surgery, especially.
A broken arm, they're hoping that could be just a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a broken collarbone, or if it's something to do with a torn labrum or something like that with the shoulder, because I guess it happened on the coast to coast headbutt, which is a dumb move.
His from what I saw, his shoulder, his left shoulder hit the.
Look at Liv. She tore a labrum in the shoulder, dislocated it, and tore it on a simple move, and she's been out for 6 months.
Oh, yeah, she's still out.
Yeah. So, and this is someone who's a little more athletic and aggressive, and he was going ring post to ring post, essentially. There's a reason why Shane took a back bump when he did it.
Yeah,
that's
true.
The safe way to do that move. So.
And how many people will buy into the injury because they ran that stupid injury angle earlier in the year?
That's the big problem now, because now people are going to think you're full of it. Because he always just all of a sudden he's not there. It's not part of you guys just wanting to shake things up, and he's not going to show up in a month and try to, take back over whatever it is. They've booked themselves into a tough spot where I don't know what they're going to do with this world title, especially now, because CM Punk wins the number 1 contendership. Braun Breaker left with the world championship.
Yes, he did.
It wasn't just like he threw it back on Seth when they were done to make a statement. No, he left with the title. I don't know what that means. So, is this going to be another Stephanie Vaquer thing where they have to try to fight their way. There's going to be a couple fatal four-ways or triple threats to see who faces Punk at like Saturday night's main event or Survivor Series for it. Also now, the whole War Games match. It's like, what are we doing?
Based on all the news that we've heard this week, even today or yes, Jacob Fatu, we don't know what's going on with that.
We'll talk about him.
And we'll talk about that later. It's like, I have no clue what they're doing for War Games.
I don't know if they know it because that would have been the plans, I'd imagine, and to add a fourth, and if you were going to do 4-on-4, that's fine. You could get away with it, maybe. But, like, apparently Solo Sikoa step on up to the plate when Tama Tonga comes back and is the elusive guy you've been missing this Friday. That could be the group. The problem is, though, you're not going to have Jacob Fatu to go against them.
And the MFTs, aren't they feuding with the Wyatts?
So is it going to be the Wyatts and the Bloodline? Or
they might have to pick, because
no offense to Bo Dallas and company, but that's going to be the lamest War Games match.
They might have to pivot. I don't know what if we're talking War Games, I don't know. You've got a better case for a women's match somewhere than you would for that, because you can piece together that a little more because it's a little more loose with the people that are doing stuff. With this, you need to have factions for this reason. Otherwise, they may need to pivot off of War Games. Well, they're going to find there's War Games itself. The concept is sold. They got to deliver War Games. Even what they were planning on delivering, and we've heard some names. I didn't even know how they were going to arrive to the names that were originally rumored.
I don't even know what they're going to do, man.
I don't know. Now, I hope Saturday's main event, they don't mess around. They just do a one-on-one Braun Breaker CM Punk title match. Don't mess around with it. That people are going to watch that.
Well, Paul, they could use the story of Paul having the pull to make it because he now works for Braun and Bronson, not for Seth.
And if Braun Breaker has the title, and I'm usually not in favor of non-champions grabbing the championship belt. I honestly hate those stories. But in this case, if you're trying to sell that Braun Breaker is an indestructible force, which was the goal from this past Monday, who's going to tell Braun Breaker, hey, hand the world title back? Is Adam Pearce going to do it? Like
also, Seth got speared and tsunami'd once. Am I supposed to assume now he's going to be out for 6 months because he got speared and tsunami'd one time? Like, if he was willing to do this, I'd have him come back next Monday.
I hope.
I have him come back next Monday as a shattered person and cut a promo about how in a matter of less than 48 hours, I went from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows. I went from cloud 9 to the depths of hell, and how I feel. Like, this meant a lot to him. He basically sold out a lot of his friendships, a lot of the people he had built, a lot of the people and the good faith he had built through all the stuff, through Cody, through everything. Jay, all these guys for this group, and they turned on him in 6 months.
Let me ask you this. And, be honest here.
Yeah.
If Raw was in town on Monday and they they did that, would you cheer?
Yeah.
I would not.
Well,
I would not. Like, if Braun Breaker comes out,
he's going to get cheered.
If Braun Breaker comes out, I'm locked in on Braun Breaker. And I don't mean to be like, oh, that's heelish or anything like that. Like, oh, I cheer for all the bad guys. I really don't. But Braun Breaker's that dog.
He'll have his time.
I don't know. And I think if you go with Breaker and Punk, I would imagine Braun Breaker is getting booked as a heel. That's the right move.
You kind of have to, yeah.
You kind of have to.
I wouldn't have him win the championship.
But Seth Rollins, I don't know if fans are.
In this situation,
it's tough because his song is still over.
Yeah, and if he's actually hurt, and it's to relinquish the title and to say he's going to be back and he's going to take care of these guys, and they put him out, he will get cheered.
But I don't know, because he just lied about an injury angle. 2 months ago?
Doesn't matter.
So I think
we're a fickle fan base.
I think part of. I don't disagree with you about that. I do think though that. I don't know about the Seth Rollins.
Depends on what kind of promo he would cut, though, because he can deliver a good promo, especially a good baby face. He can build people back on his side, even if they're not too sure about him originally. When he comes out, if he does, he'll get the chants, the woes, all that stuff, his song, and then people are going to wait and see what he has to say. It's going to be up to him to deliver it on his way out, so that way they're invested in him coming back and cheering.
It's going to be also up to Braun Breaker. Fans going to want to cheer for the dog thing, dogs and stuff. He needs to heal it up.
Yeah.
He needs to, in Steiner fashion, he needs to put down the audience, eliminate all doubt that he would be cheered or anything like that, if they want to do that. There is a world where if they are positioning Braun Breaker to be one of the next faces of WWE, and Triple H and the team just says, F it, do it now, I could see them going that route as well, where he is not. There's a lot of routes to go with this.
Yeah.
The Bronson Reed thing's interesting.
He strikes me as the person that where if John does win the IC title from Dom before it's all said and done, he'd be one of the guys to answer it.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
He doesn't have won a singles championship yet.
I'll give
don't
you that.
think he may have been a U.S. I don't think he's been a U.S. champ.
No.
So it's time. But Bronze, he earned it. He beat Roman. Like, he's only the second guy to pin Roman in however long in the singles match. Like, yeah, it's.
Oh, now I remember what I was going to say. Seth Rollins takes the tsunami, takes the spear. I've heard theories of, this is a work again. All right, fine. Let me pay a bus driver to run me over.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
And then say that that's a work. That makes no sense.
It's one thing to get hurt or to fake an injury to lose a meaningless match, for the long game. But he's champion.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to try and miss time now, unless their angle is he's literally being Roman. I want my time off. But again, he doesn't have the championship, so that's the big difference. Roman would take time off with the title and come back and bring it back. So this is where it doesn't make a lot of sense. But also, if it is not true and it's not as bad as anyone thinks, this is the new feud now. So you're going to get Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. So, I mean, with Bronson Reed in the background, I don't know. The way they booked them leads me to believe that this is the visual you're going to see, and then Bronson will go for a mid-card championship. Or who knows? Mm-hmm. Maybe Bronson will turn on him. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, because, if the division's falling apart, the division's falling apart.
Well, because Bronson... I need to be invested in Bronson Reed. I know he's been in high-profile matches with Roman Reigns.
His stuff with Roman's been pretty good.
The wrestling's been great. It's just... Hopefully he can click. Again, those 2 weeks that Seth was out, they all look good.
People forget, before he broke his ankles or whatever it was when he jumped off the War Games.
Yep.
Maybe you should keep him out of War Games, but he was building momentum.
Oh, yes, he was.
It was the stuff with Braun Strowman, the street fights and all that stuff. People were starting to get invested.
He absolutely deserved that opportunity. I think, what was it, Elimination Chamber? He was rumored to main event.
Yeah.
It was for a title. He absolutely deserved.
And then he got hurt. But, I mean, yeah. It's
The one person, I was just thinking about this and watching our promo of the week. I think the star with Paul Heyman, I don't hate Paul Heyman in a sense, but it's
he really is kind of just like the hooker of managers at this point. He just kind of bounces around.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I guess for me it's because he was so obviously he was partnered with Brock Lesnar for a long time. He was so locked in with Roman Reigns. He was so good at that role. And then watching him try to recreate that role in the Vision, I don't know if he was ever fully utilized. If we're just identifying each individual part.
Well, he threatened to leave. That's the thing we forget about too. They had that promo 2 weeks ago now, two Raws ago, where Seth asked him to tell him the truth, what's going to happen, and he said, "If you lose, we're gone." That doesn't sound like a happy, cohesive family with a big vision. That sounds like if you lose at any point, I'm not here anymore.
And he straight bounced.
And that was with the Bronze too. He said they will not believe in you anymore, and quite frankly, you will have proven why should I have left Roman? I mean, I don't know.
Monday will be the biggest night in Bron Breakker's career.
I have no idea what they're gonna do.
He has to deliver the promo of his life.
I don't know if he's gonna talk. I don't know if Seth's gonna be the one that talks, and they're gonna lay him out and really hurt him this time. I don't
think
know.
Bron needs to talk Monday. Maybe the whole thing, Paul sets it up, whatever. We need to hear from Bron. To me, that angle on Monday means that Bron Breakker at the moment, maybe him and CM Punk 1A, 1B. Like, those are your top two stars right now.
I would not put Braun in the world title match just out of nowhere. He has to earn it. He didn't wrestle at Crown Jewel. He hasn't. It's not like he has a sterling record recently. He's lost some tag team matches. He has to win a match to get there. Whether it's only just one fatal four-way with a couple guys or a triple threat, whatever. He needs to win a match.
I don't think so.
I think why?
I don't think so.
Because he turned on Seth, there's not a good enough reason to just automatically get a world title.
Well,
shot.
I think what he has to do, though, is basically create a hostile work environment.
He already did.
I think he needs to double. It needs to keep going. It can't be just a one-time thing.
I don't know.
You got to create a hostile working environment.
The story is there.
You got an incompetent general manager in Adam Pearce, who
but he loves making matches to solve shit.
Well, in any given instance of inconvenience, he has a heart attack.
What are LA Knight and Jey Uso doing anyway? Just put him in another triple threat match with him to see who faces Punk at Saturday night's main event. Like, it's not that difficult, and you can put Braun over. He can win that match.
I know,
and he's going to look better because he just beat two guys that have been in the main event, including a former world champion. So
you could, but the other thing would be, and this is the pickle, they're going to have to find a way. They just lost to CM Punk, so why should they get another opportunity at the title?
Circa LA Knight the past 6 months being in the world title scene.
I understand that. I get it.
And at least Jay's been a world champion, so he can.
I get it, but it's
like a second chance.
But they too have to convince the audience. Like,
everyone could be in that. That's like, hey, we weren't planning on this. The match was supposed to be Seth and Punk. Punk earned his way. He's locked in the match. I need someone else to face him. Who are the best candidates for it? Obviously, the two other guys that are in the main event with Braun. If you want to throw one more person like Penta or someone, who the fuck knows. But I mean, like, you can do that, and it would make sense. And Braun could still get there because eventually Braun and Punk will be the match. But,
I mean, what you could do. Oh yeah.
I just can't see just sliding him in just because he turned on Seth. Like, I get it's a big moment, but like, he has to earn it. Like, since he won the IC title, he's done nothing outside of the tag team with those two. So it's like to jump from losing matches in a tag team to all of a sudden being in a world title match.
But if he's a heel, that'll make you hate him even more. If he's presented as a heel,
I wouldn't hate that. I think it's stupid. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, it's not a heel thing for me. It's like, why? Just because I don't like him doesn't mean, like, no. I want heels in world title matches. That's not he still has to get there, and he's good enough. It's not like he's Dom or one of those guys who has to cheat. Like, he could just beat these guys. Like, it's fine.
Yo, he has some nice shoes. Bron Breakker.
Those pumps?
I think so.
Yeah.
Those are nice. Hold up. Bronson Reed, his whole thing was taking Roman Reigns to sneakers.
Tribal thief.
How come his shoe game hasn't improved?
Well, he's wrestling a match in boots. Again, Bron Breakker was not wrestling.
I understand. I get that.
We don't know.
Hold up. Do you steal shoes and then not wear them?
I don't think the point was that remember, it was the Shula Fala, but then Roman took him back. Remember?
I know he took it back, but then he never.
It was never about my shoe game.
I know. I understand that. I never understood this, going back even to cribs and things like that. I never understood. You buy shoes, you never wear them.
Well, spend $5,000 for shoes and tell me if you want to wear them.
I mean, not wear it once. I can understand after one time.
I wouldn't wear them.
Not wear them once.
I also wouldn't spend $5,000 on shoes.
Why would you have the shoes in the first place? You might as well just go to Mr. Allen's, $29 or $250. Might as well go there.
This is my shoe collection. It's worth $25,000. It's like, really?
Man.
I have 3 pairs of shoes, and
none of them
are worth more than $60.
I ain't gonna lie, though. My cribs tour would be quick. Hey, turn the camera this way. Cool, turn the camera this way. All right, get out. Mike from State Farm.
Get in. You better get in, boy, you fit in. You got what I mean? Don't believe me, believe Mike. Check it out.
What should fans who might be watching you here in Cleveland for the first time, hey, they look you up on the website, on the app, they call you, what should they expect?
Yeah, I mean, first off, between me and my team, you're going to get one of us. If you want to deal directly with the man, you're more than welcome to. I don't mind. I love working with customers because I look at it this way. I have a lot of good life experience financially. I've said 12 years of banking. I've got now 2.5 years of insurance. I have a lot of money and just kind of life and financial stuff knowledge. So that's what I look to do, is to truly help people get from that point A to point B financially. It's not about just, saving money on auto insurance, sure, but if I can kind of turn that into a better discussion, really help people understand what actually insurance does, why it's important, because it's not a tangible. I joke when I leave that I lock the office door so no one steals all the insurance, but there's not just insurance laying around. So there's just it's kind of a mystery kind of component in people's lives that they think is a scam and all the different things you hear. It's not. It can feel like it sometimes. I'm not even going to say that it doesn't, but if you understand how it works and understand and have a person who you can go to help with those kind of situations, that's what we're here to do. That's what my team's here to do. That's what I'm here to do, and that's what I take a lot of pride and have a lot of passion in, obviously, as you can probably tell. So,
well, I know you said the joke, hey, we lock the door so no one steals the insurance, but it's exactly right.
During the break, Pete just explained to us the concept of Saturday morning cartoons.
I think of Saturday morning cartoons. I normally don't think of Transformers, but yeah, sure.
It was on Saturday mornings, right? Transformers?
Yeah.
Actually, I think Transformers was on during the week.
Yeah.
After school.
Yeah.
So you had G.I. Joe, Transformers, you had, what was it called? Star Blazers, which was like Battleship Yamato. You had Voltron.
Oh.
Both the Lion Voltron and the car and ship Voltron.
I hear that. I think of
Robotech.
Toonami. Yeah.
Yeah, all sorts of great stuff.
Yeah.
We had Toonami.
Cartoon Network after 5 o'clock when you come home from school.
We had Dragon Ball Z. My brother was all in on Dragon Ball Z.
Love Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
I
stuff
got was it Crunchyroll just to watch Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
We had like Thundercats and Mask and
Thundercats! Ho!
there. Yeah,
Take it easy,
there's
Jim
all
Duggan.
sorts of crazy stuff.
Jesus.
Hey, Mike would support that.
I'm sure he would.
He would support that. Mike from State Farm, Mike Fabert. I saw him on Saturday. We'll play a clip from Saturday in a second. In his glory. But you heard the commercial. You hear it every week. Our promo of the week sponsor. Of course, life insurance. We joke. We don't joke about life, but we joke about Mike and things like that. But the life insurance stuff, I can't tell you time and time and again. We talk about it every week of, something bad happens and people don't have the life insurance. That's something you need.
It's just very preventative. It's something that you don't usually think about, and unfortunately, that's when stuff can happen, is when it's not even in the front of your mind, whatever it is. Mike's trying to get awareness out there on this because he's seen it too many times where friends, family, whatever it's been, hasn't been prepared for something like that, like a major incident in your life. This is kind of why you need to do this. He's the person that can get it for you, and it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. Just like a pinky toe. No big deal, but nevertheless, do yourself a favor. Get in
That was
touch.
one of your better ones.
Thank you. Get in touch with Mike. Phone number for audio listeners, 216-932-6900. The website, myfabert, Fabert, agent.com.
Yeah, he handles a ton of stuff. Also, auto insurance, homeowners, renters, among business with that. So actually, you could tag team. You could,
No, you can't tag team Mike.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Watch your profanity.
If you are a business owner,
Got a VHS.
you should be talking with Megan for digital content creation, and then you should also be talking to Mike from State Farm to get business insurance. Is that better?
Yeah.
That works. Okay,
That
cool.
worked better. It's like tag teaming.
You're not gonna let that go, aren't you?
Speaking of tag teams,
But-
Mike, we need one. Let's find
Mike,
let's find a partner before the next show.
The claims adjuster. The last show was phenomenal. I know you were out of town.
Yeah.
The last show was actually one of my favorite Exodus Pro shows.
Really?
That they produced, like just action from top to bottom. They had it turned into a 5-on-4 tag team main event match because EC3 was taken out, and the hero at the end Pastor CeeLo was the last man standing against Carson Drake and all the man. And I got to tell you, Carson Drake, probably one of the more hated guys now at Exodus. Like, Carson Drake is, man, they had the Carson Cup, the Carson, the trophy, and they just smashed it to the ground, whatever. It was, man, it was great. It was great. Hexodus, that was the last show, Hexodus. Definitely should check it out. And one of the matches that they did at Exodus, or Hexodus, at Exodus Pro, was a Halloween costume battle royale match. And a friend of ours was involved in hosting and introducing this costume match. Take a look.
Cleveland, Ohio, are you guys ready to rock and roll? It is time for the Halloween costume battle royal, hosted by none other than your favorite agent, Mike the Agent.
That video, courtesy of X's, actually courtesy of me. I shot the video. Mike, or
Felt a bumblebee over my back.
Bumblebee, or here's the Bumblebee again.
He jumped right in.
He jumped in. Howard Stern, ladies and gentlemen. Howard, the king of radio.
I thought he was Ozzy Osbourne for a minute.
I heard you know what?
You can pass as both technically.
Yeah, but let's play it again. Play it again.
Bumblebee's like, I don't know if we should.
Play it again.
Cleveland, Ohio, are you guys ready to rock and roll?
With the sunglasses, they both wore them, so it's kind of freaky.
Halloween costume battle royal, hosted by none other than your favorite agent, Mike the Agent.
You know what? It's probably Ozzy.
Is that a Black Sabbath T-shirt too?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
I thought it was Howard Stern at first. I heard like the presentation seemed like Howard, but I could see Ozzy.
Bumblebee was mad you weren't paying attention to him.
I was paying attention. I was paying attention. Your shoes are untied.
How you gonna tell a transformer their shoes untied?
They have to tie their shoes. All right, okay.
You got to make up your mind. Are you in or are you out? You told me.
Do you buy in or are you selling out? Buddy, you got to tie your shoes, man.
Go sit down on the couch, dude.
Yeah, you got to tie
Yeah,
your
I
shoes,
know.
man.
Go on.
It's like an Adult Swim show after midnight.
Yeah, that's how the camera works.
Do you ever watch the Eric Andre show?
It was good.
Good. That's what happens if you watch Adult Swim after midnight.
All right. It's a little small for my face, but it's like Penta's mask. It's supposed to come off, so that's all right. Oh. Just ripped it off. Ow. Go sit down.
Can we put that like
Go.
in a montage of this show?
Jeez. That hurted.
We got to get an instant replay for this show.
Stop. That's enough.
We kind of talked about this already. Buddy, you got to tie your shoes, man. We kind of talked about this already. If this was to be a match, and we'll see, maybe they will do qualifier matches. So who knows?
You don't have to have a bunch, just one.
Because
You already have one of the
Because you already
two
have
people in the
Punk.
match, yeah.
This will be a very intriguing match in terms of one-on-one, Saturday night's main event. Who do you go with? Because and it's a case of neither guy really can lose. Because CM Punk, how many times has he had a world title match and He's only won it for 5 minutes.
Does this injury, depending on how long Seth is going to be out, affect plans for the possible Cody Punk thing? Because if Punk needs to be in that... please stop. Please. I love you very much. Stop. I'm going to have you turn into a car and have you drive away.
Transformers has been canceled.
Oh, my gosh. But, nevertheless, I don't know. Like my mind says Punk makes more sense, and now they can still run with the story of the only time Punk wins the championship is when Rollins isn't around. That could stay true. So
we'll see. I'm intrigued. I said a few weeks ago we need fresh matchups. This will be a fresh matchup.
yeah,
It will be a fresh matchup. And
we're also just assuming this is going to happen. I don't know. I mean, I honestly,
I'm assuming it is.
It's unfortunate just because of the situation that's led to this, but WWE is at its best when it is not predictable. I mean, there were times during Roman's reign where we were like, oh, he's losing it here. He has to. And he didn't. And it just kept going. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with this. I really don't. It feels very much like the Stephanie Vaquer thing. Like, that's what it feels like. They have to vacate the title. It's going to be open.
Oh, yeah.
Who's going to win it? You know, we've already got one person who's in the match, and we have to wait for that person to get their opportunity. Everyone else has to fight for it, or there's going to be like a match or two or something like that. So who knows? But
we'll have to see. And also, can CM Punk make enough friends to combat, the Bronson Reed
he only needs
thing?
one. What's his wife doing? Coming back and never wrestling again?
She ain't about to be fighting Bronson Reed.
I don't know.
Well, then you got the Becky. I love the Becky had a tweet. It's like, I missed 1 week. That happens. Missed 1 week.
Just 1 week and all hell breaks loose.
Gonna have to. Oh, it's already time for commercial. Okay, all right. When we come back, Jacob Fatu is reportedly also out. See this story? It's found out today.
Unbelievable.
We're gonna have to reintroduce the WWE roster at this point. On the other side of the break, or send them an AEW. They could do promos from jail cells. Also, when you leave and go to AEW and compete, TKO all of a sudden says, allegedly, hey, sis, you were fired. Actually, you do have a non-compete.
There's a caveat to all this, so we'll get into it a little bit later.
We'll be right back. What should fans who might be watching you here in Cleveland for the first time, hey, they look you up on the website, on the app, they call you, what should they expect?
Yeah, I mean, first off, between me and my team, you're going to get one of us. If you want to deal directly with the man, you're more than welcome to. I don't mind. I love working with customers because I look at it this way. I have a lot of good life experience financially. I've said 12 years of banking. I've got now 2.5 years of insurance. I have a lot of money and just kind of life and financial stuff knowledge. So that's what I look to do, is to truly help people get from that point A to point B financially. It's not about just, saving money on auto insurance, sure, but if I can kind of turn that into a better discussion, really help people understand what actually insurance does, why it's important, because it's not a tangible. I joke when I leave that I lock the office door so no one steals all the insurance, but there's not just insurance laying around. So there's just it's kind of a mystery kind of component in people's lives that they think is a scam and all the different things you hear. It's not. It can feel like it sometimes. I'm not even going to say that it doesn't, but if you understand how it works and understand and have a person who you can go to help with those kind of situations, that's what we're here to do. That's what my team's here to do. That's what I'm here to do, and that's what I take a lot of pride and have a lot of passion in, obviously, as you can probably tell. So,
well, I know you said the joke, hey, we lock the door so no one steals the insurance, but it's exactly right.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick. With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh. I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart.
My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
We got some breaking news during the break, which we'll talk about in a few moments. Omega Video Marketing, again, Megan Gallagher, Emmy Award-winning producer, 4-time Emmy Award winner. As recently as this year, she won her last Emmy. She handles business. If you're a business content creator, if you are hosting events, Megan Gallagher, she has you covered.
Taking care of business.
Taking care of business.
Every day.
Every day.
Taking care of business.
Every day.
Every way.
Every way. MeganRG440. Gonna be ticking like Braun Breaker. Do it. You like to tick. Don't do it. Like,
come on, do the thing. Do the thing.
Bruh, do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing.
Dance, puppet, dance.
It's like, bruh, I'm tired of this. MeganRG440 at gmail.com. MeganRG440 at gmail.com. We will insert last week's read into this because I completely effed this one up. But Omega Video Marketing. Okay, I am disturbed now.
Yeah.
Because during the break, we caught the preview from Nick Aldis previewing the show, previewing SmackDown that's going to air tonight of this taping. And Jacob Fatu's wrestling. So this is fake news. But he's wrestling Drew McIntyre. So maybe it's not fake news.
Unless they do some sort of angle at the show. Because remember, that beautiful thing that's usually in the bottom right corner of every single show you go to, card subject to change. But this is
show rundown subject to change.
This is incompetent for a wrestling, news type organization that is doing this via Patreon. So people are paying for this information.
That is true.
That says Jacob Fatu is hurt and going to be out well into 2026, and then the SmackDown general manager comes out a half an hour ago prior to this taping, which is at 8:30. So this is at 8 o'clock Thursday night, saying he's going to be in a match against Drew McIntyre. You saw last week when I tried to contain him and he couldn't do it. It's insane. It's literally insane. And if WWE is putting this out there and that's true, it's very incompetent. You need to keep people informed with the truth. Stop messing around with injuries. You want to be, especially now that you're partnered with ESPN, you are considered a sport. Like, you need to start acting like it. The Cavs are going to put out a false roster update saying Donovan Mitchell's out for 6 months and he shows up next week and drops 50 on the Bulls. That's not how it works.
Well, actually, with the Cavs, it's actually the opposite. Our guys are day-to-day, and then they miss, like, the entire playoff run. Sorry.
Yeah, but, like, that's one thing. Injuries can get worse,
know,
but there's an injury. Like, we're not throwing false stuff around.
So the loophole here, this tweet said, I'll read it for our audio. Body Slam, yeah, I know, reputable. Body Slam has learned that Jacob Fatu is dealing with a non-wrestling related injury that's expected to keep him out of action for a very extended period of time, possibly well into 2026.
He broke his coccyx. Doing who knows what.
I'm a dog walk.
Here's what happened. I was walking my dog.
But here, according to Nick Aldis.
Good evening, everyone. It's your SmackDown. Ali's on Jacob Fatu one-on-one with the Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre. These two have been at each other's answering. That will take place tomorrow night. And finally, Northern Cali's on Jacob Fatu one-on-one with the Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre. These two have been at each other's.
Yeah. Again, that was released 8 o'clock Thursday evening. This is well after.
We already started taping.
I mean, you see what that was. That was 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursday. 7 hours later, the SmackDown GM comes on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and says, can't wait for Jacob Fatu to be in that match tomorrow.
Man, let's go to the next topic.
I
NXT call-ups.
I don't understand. Like, it's
actually, that was the last topic.
we got two more.
We got a couple here. So I will say this. I do want to show you the next slide here because somebody did point this out. So do you see what I see? So look at all the names that was called up in 2023. Slightly less names in 2024. And then only a few called up this year with NXT. We're talking about NXT call-ups.
Yeah.
And you also see, if you watch the show, and this is why you should watch our show, you see who is still with the company, who has been let go since.
Apollo Crews is still in WWE?
Yeah.
Really?
I think
he's hurt.
I think he moonlights on NXT at
I thought he was hurt. That's the only thing I could think of. Zoe Stark is no longer. Well, she also tore her ACL.
She had a significant. Oh, by the way, congrats to her. I believe she just got baptized. So congrats to her. A few weeks ago.
She's got some free time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
Did you know Skip Bayless put out a? Speaking of which, real quick, Skip Bayless put out a 30-minute video criticizing Travis Hunter for getting baptized on a game day.
Is Skip Bayless not a godly man? Or
and I mean, this is the Jacksonville team that is actually winning games this year, so the Browns won't get a good draft pick.
Oh, they're 4-2 now.
Yeah.
They got one of the Browns, so now they're going to lose a bunch.
That's right.
He had no recorded tackles, pass deflections, or anything in the game. So good to see Greg Newsome carrying his weight down there in Jacksonville.
Ain't that
I'm so
great.
excited to be here. Lost.
Right.
Did nothing. But I think you're being a little more selective with the people that you're bringing up now. Because 2023, that's wild. There's so many names.
Right. It's like when you look at all those names.
And other than...
I mean, Ivy Niles at the very bottom. She's underneath your shoulder.
To be fair, Odyssey Jones was supposed to be the third member of the New Day moving forward. He had that stuff happen in his personal life.
Mm-hmm. You're right. Odyssey Jones would be a huge
Veer
deal.
Mahan. A lot of these guys were Vince guys, too, that just were hanging out, that he believed in. Katana Chance, Caden Carter, that was one of the few women's tag teams. I thought they didn't need to go anywhere. But hey, that's fine. They really didn't want to do it anymore anyway. Well, at least,
one of them,
Casey Catanzaro didn't want to do it anymore.
One of them, the other one, wrestled Sasha or Mercedes Moné at AEW.
Isla Dawn, I think, is in AEW too now, or TNA or something like that. Alba Fire's still there. The only one I didn't really get, besides the women's tag team, was Indy Hartwell. Just because she had a lot of potential, and now she's in TNA, so she could be right around the corner anyway. But last year, Baron Corbin made sense. Dijak, I never thought they gave him a real shot.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
and with that character, like that big boss man type character, would have been really nice.
Yeah.
And Blair Davenport, again, she went into a full women's division. But you can see now the three names from the women's division they called up this year, Julia, Roxanne Perez, and Stephanie Vaquer, are all going to be at the top of the women's division.
Are studs.
Easy, they're women. But, we'll call them stars.
They are WWE superstars.
Yeah, you could just call them stars.
Superstars.
Calling a woman a stud is, you're treading under rough ground.
They're wrestlers.
They are.
Wrestling.
Stars.
Superstars.
Those three are going to be top of the card for
WWE Universe.
The rest of their careers. Julia's the one now. It's a little hit or miss just because of the language barrier and stuff too. And she also hasn't been presented the best. But and then obviously Axiom and Frazier are part of that messy ass tag team division.
I mean, I can't wait for Stephanie Vaquer and Roxanne Perez. First off, the tag team match from Monday with Bailey and Lyra and Judgment Day.
I watched that and I think I said in the reacts, Double A loved this match. Mainly Bailey.
Honestly, in my opinion, that was a 5-star match. In my opinion. Do you want analysis of why that was a 5-star match?
No, we don't need it.
Too bad. You ain't getting it.
But you see the trend here.
Well,
I
thought Booker T said something interesting about because Wes Lee was released.
Yeah.
Wes Lee had been in NXT for a long time. He thought at some point he would be moved up. Never happened.
Nope.
And he mentioned, he's like, well, NXT development, after about 5 years, if Triple H and the powers that be, if they don't see main event potential, like they don't see you fitting in on the main roster, I should say, they got to get other people in.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it. And I think, because you see all these names in 2023, and that was the transition between Vince and Triple H for good this time. And we saw so many times Triple H, when he was running NXT, producing top-level talent that was working at NXT. Then they get to the main roster, and Vince has no clue what to do with them.
Yeah.
And that's why, over 50% of those names
Well, look at the three
in
of them.
2023 are gone.
Jinder Mahal and his two guys, Sangha and Veer Mahan, they were gone because that was a group. Odyssey because of his personal reasons. They fired the tag team. That was last year. So it wasn't in 2023. They just came up in 23 to the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron Grimes never just clicked. Had a lot of potential, just never did. Isla Dawn was part of that tag team with Alba Fire. I actually liked Isla Dawn better.
Me too.
But it is what it is. Indy was a big question mark just because they never even really gave her a shot to catch on.
And I watched when SummerSlam was here last year. Indy performed at Sami Zayn's comedy show. Went to that last year.
Yeah.
And she was outstanding.
She
is
great
loaded with
character.
charisma.
She's got great character, yeah, and she can wrestle. Like that's indie wrestling was her thing. Like, it's not just what she does, it's what she is.
Yeah, loaded with charisma.
Yeah. There are some obvious names. We know that we're going to see Obafemi at some point. We know we're probably going to see Trick Williams at some point here soon.
Those are shoe-ins. Javon Evans, I'm telling you guys right now, Javon Evans, in my view, is going to be one of the biggest stars in WWE for a long, long time.
Picture if Kofi Kingston could start his career with Kofi Mania. That kind of trajectory. Just
Yeah.
because he's got that kind of athleticism, maybe even more than Kofi did.
And he's relatable to everyone.
He's this generation's star. Like he's the people that are in there, around his age to 20.
I was going to say, that is somebody, literally, that is somebody you would feel comfortable, like, if your kids liked a wrestler and it's not a situation where, like, they're too cartoonish or whatever, like, they're going to stick with this kid. Like,
they've got names down there. Now, we know the women's division still is stacked. So, it's like,
and here with the women's division, and I'm saying this now because now I'm on the NXT beat now, it's like, all right, Jordynne Grace could move up, but Jordynne Grace is somebody who, one of these days, is she going to get a title run? Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah.
But Jada Parker, I look at like Jada Parker and like Lash Legend, but in particular Jada Parker. I'm like, what else can she do down there?
Win a title. The women's North American or, one of the two.
If the opportunity presents itself, and if it doesn't, I think like SmackDown's women's division needs a bit of firepower.
We talk now because now it's not just, Cody that lost. Tiffany lost for the first time this year. She was 15-0, 16-0 this year. So she's going to have some. Who's going to step up to? Is it going to be Julia? The title versus title thing is kind of.
What's going to happen.
It better not be Nia Jax or Jay
what's
Cargill.
About to happen.
No, honestly, Bianca should come back.
Like
Tacoma, Washington, by the way, if you're wondering. I get like 15,000 robocalls a day, and it drives me insane.
Do you not have like a blocker?
No.
You should be blocking.
I got a
those
punter.
numbers.
I'm the Cleveland Browns. We punt.
Man.
Woman.
Sunday. You should be going to Sunday's game. You see the forecast? All rain.
Yeah.
Tsunami! That's going to be Sunday's
Bronson
forecast.
Reed just splashes Tua.
Loser leaves town match. I'm actually not joking. The losing coach on Sunday is probably going to be let go between the Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns.
That's not true.
I think that's very true.
No.
Unless it goes into like triple over. It's the NFL.
Stefanski's not getting fired midseason. Y'all are on crack. All of you. Yes, he's the problem. Not the fact that your GM can't draft an offensive player.
No. The actual problem is Paul DiPotesta. But we digress. So, yeah, the call-ups have to make sense. The names that we mentioned are the names that, when the time is right, I think I SmackDown the time is right now. Or, and I'll add this too, to go back to the Braun Breaker thing earlier in the show. If there is if you want to create real unpredictability over on Raw, who's stopping Obafemi? If you really want to give a new face to the World Heavyweight Championship, and you want to create a superstar on the main roster, and Braun Breaker is just doing whatever, Obafemi.
Hear me out.
Here.
Yeah. It's Hear. Fatal 4-way match to see who goes to face Punk for the world title, the now vacant world championship. Jey Uso, LA Knight, Braun Breaker, surprise entrant. We're going to have a fourth person. Braun can tick. I can break these two guys. Why do we have it for it's a special thing. We had to make a call. It was last minute. Adam Pearce could do his whole I need a drink thing or whatever it is.
Uh-huh.
And Oba comes out. We called him up. It's going to be Oba Femi. He's not going to win the match, but Braun Breaker is going to win and look at him and go, like one of those oh God, here we go. Like
I don't want Oba in that match.
He won't take the
pin.
pin.
Doesn't win.
He won't take the pin.
I wouldn't even want that. If you're gonna do that, I think the better person to do that with would be Trick Williams. Maybe
because I don't think Braun's going to be threatened by Trick. Braun will be threatened by Oba. Because right now Braun's on a warpath to the championship, and none of these guys scare him. Oba could be like, I need to pay attention to that dude here soon because, oh boy, here we go. Like LA Knight can take the pin, or Jay can take the pin. Jay's been taking pins left and right. He can take the pin.
Facts.
Oba can dominate the match or dominate part of the match and not be involved in the decision, and I'd be satisfied with that, knowing he's immediately got thrown into the deep end with these guys. He held his own.
And then the other thing too, I've been consistent. And if I was running WWE, Oba would never lose a match. But he has lost.
He lost to Ricky Saints.
He lost to Ricky Saints.
Who also will be in the main roster relatively soon, too. But,
he's lost there. I think Javon Evans is destined for SmackDown. I think there's a role there. I think his match was Sam.
Any of those three guys, Trick, Javon, or Oba, in that match, I would not be mad at.
You know who else? I don't think he'll be put in a spot. You know who else has been impressive? Who I think could do some damage if you need a heel?
Ethan Page.
But yeah, Ethan Page is one of them.
He's just kind of ready-made whenever they want to call him up.
Yeah, whenever he's Ethan Page, I'm loving his run right now.
Him and Cody be fun.
That would be fun.
That'd be fun.
Keep a lookout for Josh Briggs. And that reaction is kind of why. For whatever reason,
he's the new Baron Corbin.
You know what?
Have fun wasting away 10 years in the mid-card. Maybe you even get a Money in the Bank, Josh, and then they're going to fire you.
You know what, though? I think if you want somebody who is guaranteed to never be cheered, who's like, hey, we need some of these mid-card baby faces to, really get over against somebody who's just hated, I think Briggs would add something to the main roster.
I don't like it. I don't know.
I think because people flat out don't like him. But to me, when I watch him, I don't want to. I'm not changing the channel. That's just me. I'm not changing the channel when I watch Josh Briggs.
I'm honestly just they had so many opportunities, and now, especially with Cross not being on the show, it's this would have been a great opportunity for him to see if he could sink or swim, because people were getting behind him, and it was organic. It wasn't written to get him there. He pushed for it and got over. Finally, it took him how long, right? It seemed like he was in NXT for 10 years.
You know what's crazy though? For me, since I started I haven't fully watched NXT full time until this past summer. So I didn't really watch NXT 2.0. I didn't watch.
Well, Cross was before NXT 2.0.
I know.
He was black and gold NXT.
Yeah, so I guess I would have a different perspective if I watched NXT every single week, all 2 hours, week in and week out for the last 3, 4, 5 years.
His thing was he just killed people. That was legitimately, and I think Andrade beat him because he was moving up, and then Vince put him in that stupid helmet, and it's okay, well, and then put Scarlett with him. The one thing that made him even more or less relatable to anyone else, he's got the hottest woman on the roster.
Yeah,
as his wife. That's
TKO dropped the ball with Scarlett.
Both of them.
And Cross. They dropped the ball. I hate it. And they've talked about how negotiations went, basically.
Awful.
It was they pitted Scarlett against Cross.
They had people telling him something, and then he had to go to Triple H later and be yeah, and he's no, what? Big company communication is an issue. Believe me, we know about that. But it's a shame because that guy finally got over with the fans. It's like Austin Theory now. He's finally starting to get over with the fans, and he's gone. But when he comes back, They're going to have a great opportunity with a guy under 30 to shoot to the moon.
It is time. It is beyond time. And I know Triple H, and they're going to point, well, we're doing it with Bronson Reed. It's time to consistently. You got a good group of young guys.
Oh, those couple of.
We haven't even talked about Dominic Mysterio really on the show today. Dominic Mysterio, the announcers are acknowledging the fact that he's getting cheered now. Like, there's a reason why we're probably seeing Cena and Dom.
Yeah.
We're probably going to get that match.
People are going to will that into existence just because it needs to happen. I also do firmly believe we're going to get Edge and Cena, too. So,
you know what? I think that's...
I honestly think we're going to get that.
I think that's coming. I think so.
Why not?
Why not?
There's stuff for him to do now. I don't know.
I don't know what else is there for the. I mean,
when's the last time Edge faced Cody?
Last time he faced Cody?
Yeah, I can't remember. It had to be in the early 2010s. I don't even know if it had to be in the late 2000s, because he retired in 2011, and Cody was an AEW.
Hold up, Phil, for like 2 seconds. Let me look that up.
Now I'm going to say Phil for the next 2 minutes. Phil. That's what we're supposed to do, right?
Correct.
Famous Phils. Phil Knight, Uncle Phil, Phil Donahue's a good one. Philip J. Fry. Phil Jackson. He's a famous coach. A lot of championships. Not as many as Pat Riley, though, apparently. Phil McCracken. He's very Irish.
All right. According to AI, the last time Edge and Cody this is the last time they had a direct confrontation, was January 30th, 2023 on Raw. When they came face-to-face before Edge attacked Cody. This was part of a storyline involving the Judgment Day.
So that was the original turn.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have a match, though, did they? No. I can't remember.
I'm going to the streets of Reddit. No. They have not.
Something fresh for Edge to do that isn't going to kill him.
Unless Edge and Cody met in the late 2000s.
Yeah, which
I don't think happened because they were both heels.
Yeah,
I don't think it happened.
Towards the end, I don't think Edge. I don't know. He was in Legacy at one point. There could have been something with Randy and Edge that tied them in together. Maybe.
Has Edge ever faced Cody Rhodes?
It's an avenue back. If you wanted to do it
in a match,
I don't know. I couldn't.
Since we're taking this time to figure this. Okay, they have February 23rd, 2024 on SmackDown.
But that had been for the title. No, because Cody was champ at that point, wasn't he?
The point is, we can't remember, and it's fresh. So
you haven't seen a bunch of it. Like, if they've had a match, it was one match in the past 16 years. Mm-hmm. So I mean, okay, it's something
because
for him
Edge
to do.
left the first time because at the time there weren't fresh storylines.
He left the first time because he had to retire.
Or I should say the last run.
Yeah,
he left because there really weren't fresh storylines.
There was nothing for him to do, and they weren't going to book him as champion or anything like that.
And I figure he wanted the challenge of AEW, a new locker room, and I get that.
Yeah, well, he found out the hard way, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Missed half of his contract because he was hurt.
Well, he did the stupid.
Well, speaking of AEW.
Oh yeah, this is our last topic. I feel bad for Andrade. I really do.
If you are fired for cause or breach of contract, that's the big asterisk.
The story here. So Andrade left WWE for reasons we are trying to figure out.
He failed the drug test. No, it's not figuring out. He failed the drug test. That's why he got fired. He didn't leave. He got fired.
He failed a drug test.
Yes.
Did he get fired?
Yes.
So he competed on AEW, their AEW Dynamite 6-year anniversary show a couple weeks ago.
And hasn't been seen since.
He has not been seen since.
Did he compete or did he just show up?
He was on the show.
He showed up and attacked Kenny, right, or whatever it was.
Yeah,
and
he was on the show.
And then he hasn't been seen from since.
He's on the show.
Real
quick. So if he was, the hold up here. I'll just read the tweet here. The hold up with Andrade right now is reportedly due to the new TKO contracts. They have a clause where if you are fired for cause or breach, there is a 1-year non-compete. The older contracts were set to have this, but now it is standard. So the legal
they meant to say the older contracts were said not to have this, but now it's or it's more rare. I think.
So the conflict now, was there a non-compete that did Andrade just flat out say screw the non-compete? Did he lie? Things like that. That's what's going to be debated probably legally, and this will probably go to court.
This is very rare because it doesn't happen very often. Like, even if people get fired, it's not because of cause. If it's because of cuts, then there's no non-compete. You can go do whatever you want. He failed a drug test. They fired him. They let him go. The if in this paragraph from, again, mind you, it is Brian Alvarez and Wrestling Observer. So there's a 60-40 chance he's full of shit. But nevertheless, and sometimes more. But
I don't understand this tag match, Dave.
yeah. The if is for just situationally, like if you are fired for this reason or if you're not, whatever. But he was fired for failing a drug test. That has been confirmed. Like, so naturally at that point, you should not be rewarded by being able to go somewhere and do whatever you want. If you breached your contract where you got fired with cause for breaking that contract. So you can't go to another professional wrestling company and take another contract like that. You can still probably work indies, I'd imagine, but you can't go to a competitor. That I could see being built in. It's like, what's a good way to point this out? It's almost like a suspension, kind of, in regular sports, to a standpoint, where like if you, like Josh Gordon, for example, maybe it's a little loose, but I'll try to connect the dots. Smoking weed, getting released from the Browns because he breached his contract, he broke personal conduct policy, whatever it is, and he gets a suspension from the NFL for a year. He cannot play for another team for a year. That's kind of what this is to an extent. Is it going to, the biggest thing now, is it going to be held up in court? The answer is no. They're not going to, he'll be able to work for AEW. Like, because at the end of the day, they're going to be like, how can you enforce this? It's not going to be a thing. Unless like you like
Wait,
break
you don't think this will go through legally?
No, I think they're going to get challenged by AEW. And if we know one thing about AEW, they like to spend money with their lawyers. So they will fight this. Like, being like, no, he's been let go of his contract. Even though he's fired with cause, there should not be a reason why you can enforce this. He needs to be able to make money, all this stuff like that. You can't take away his livelihood because he didn't do something for your company. There's a lot of like common sense things to say this shouldn't be a thing.
Well, the key will be did he it's a two-pronged question. Did AEW do their due diligence in checking into his situation?
Which if they didn't know about any of this and didn't like look into his contract with their legal team before they signed him again, shame on them. Because that's very incompetent, but then again, that would be right on par with most of their management style. So, shocker if that's true. But, like, no, you need to be able to understand, especially because he was fired. Okay, is there anything in your contract that says you can't come to us right now? Because if there is, you don't debut yet. We need to go through legal. We need to try and get this sorted out so we can get you here, or we can get WWE to waive it, or whatever it is.
Well, the problem is, here's the other problem, because it's a multiple prong thing. I think AEW, in a way, has to fight it just because they have to prove to other wrestlers that they will fight for talent.
They're going to.
And
if they're not already,
I think
that's
from the AEW standpoint, that's the only reason why you really don't do it for him. You do it to prove to the rest of the wrestling industry that you are willing to fight for your employees.
Yeah.
But for him, I mean,
he's had a rough year.
His career could be done. I'll be honest. I think because
I don't think this is going to stand. I don't think they're going to. I think what he should have done is talk to Tony or the legal team and say, hey, listen, there's a clause in my contract for cause if I get let go.
But the problem is he already appeared.
I know.
So because
I'm saying what he should have done.
I know what he should have done.
Yeah.
But the fact that he already appeared at TKO, this is the one guy that they could bury and they wouldn't receive a ton of public backlash.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now, on the other hand, though, if they managed to, I would have pleaded for 3 months. I would have been like, hey, give me the normal non-compete. Like, I know I made a mistake. I apologize for that. I understand you guys had to do it. Business decision. I get it. but like I need to make money.
The other thing you could challenge real quick,
Because this is a 1 year, by the way, of not being paid. Like normally when
I
there's a
know.
non-compete, you still get paid through it.
yeah,
but, like,
if
he
you're
does
fired
not-
or caught, you're not getting paid.
You're not getting paid. You can't work. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
When was he fired?
What, like maybe a month ago, if that?
So would he argue?
He showed up like the week after.
I know.
2 weeks after. Like,
Would he argue? When was the last time he was used by WWE?
he was teaming with Ray Phoenix. They were in line for a tag title shot. So he was on TV every week.
When was his last appearance? We're gonna go back to Google for a second.
It's got to be over a month ago, but yeah, it was. He was on SmackDown fairly regularly in tag matches with Phoenix because that was who they put him with, and they were doing really well together. Like it was
They
actually
were.
clicking. Like I remember that tag team, and I remember seeing them, and I was like, all right, that could work. But
Okay. No, it's still under 9. His last appearance was SummerSlam. That's
was
still under
August.
90 days.
Yeah.
Because that's first weekend of August 2nd, August 3rd.
it was like a month. He waited a month and came out.
This ain't gonna look good for him. This is
It
not
doesn't
gonna look
look.
good.
It doesn't look good for him. But
He
more
just has to-
importantly,
he just has to find a way. Can he find a way to get paid?
the big thing. This looks really bad for AEW. Like if because they didn't go through their. He's not a lawyer. He's not supposed to look through contracts and all that stuff. Do you have to go? All right, go, buddy. Go ahead. But yeah, I don't. He's.
I can see a scenario also where, like, if this was, because again, it's reported that this has been in contracts, but it's not, hasn't really been enforced. Now it's being enforced. Like, TKO as an organization is not in good standing with wrestling fans,
They also just don't care. They're still making a bunch of money,
and
so
they don't care. Like,
this kind of thing. Yeah, maybe in the old WWE, they just kind of be like, you know what, whatever. Who gives a crap? But like, they're like, no. We're a business.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're not letting this stuff go. I don't care who it is. Like we're gonna make an example. It's not gonna be a thing. There you go.
the last thing, it's not, I didn't put in a rundown, but it is important. Also, DUBBY Energy, make sure you get the drink, or, you know, and use the promo code SHWP10, Dubby.GG. Real quickly, before
Yeah, I got you.
before we wrap there, as we adjust the costume there.
Run.
John Cena, his final match in DC. DC bid for Saturday night's main event, the whole bidding process, and they won. They beat out Boston, whoever else bid for it.
All East Coast cities in the winter.
And-
Stupid.
And so the pre-sale tickets go out. Excuse me.
Bless you. They were so high that he had to sneeze it out.
Yeah. Excuse me. God, man, we're gonna lose our. Anywho,
You ever just sneeze and lose your thought?
people went for the pre-sale tickets, and I saw reports. You might have been like 30,000 person behind. Again, trying to sell the Capitol One Arena. A lot of intrigue for John Cena.
They don't have 30,000 seats in there they can fill.
No.
The Saturday night's main event setup is usually smaller, so they can fit as many people in there as possible, but maybe you're looking at 17,000, 18,000 tops, maybe.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's if they strip everything away.
Yeah.
Like, no Titantron, no nothing.
and you want to do something special for John, too. You want to have it, like, grandiose and all that stuff and everything. So you brought up the possibility of maybe doing a stadium show for it. But the problem is they're going to have to go either to a dome or west, and DC is going to be pissed because they won this.
Well, and
it's not WrestleMania. It's not a year away. It's like a month and a half away.
I did look at average high temperatures in Washington, D.C. in mid-December
Oh, God. It's cold, dude.
at FedEx. Now,
It's like 40s, maybe.
I saw in mid-December the highs could be in the lower 50s.
Yeah, that sounds really good. If the best case scenario is it's going to be 50
now,
degrees.
there's a reason why I didn't bring it up at the table. I just wanted to do the research, kind of see maybe if the day was perfect, and would it be warmer than WrestleMania 40 in Philly?
Probably not, because it's going to be cold.
Lower 50s. FedEx Field.
No.
I think it's still FedEx Field, right?
Sure.
That's the field that tore up RG3's NFL career.
Yeah. We're blaming Fields now. Go ahead, proceed.
Yeah. So that one I will. But could you maybe? Is it an argument worth making? Nah.
Just do the damn show in the arena. So that
And you
means
know what, too?
20,000 people won't go. Who cares?
And you know what? I know, a lot of people has had a lot to say as far as like how this would go and run. But by all accounts, John Cena's making the final call. And John Cena, I know they're doing the bidding, fine, but John Cena wanted this in an arena.
Yep.
And if he wants this in an arena, he's going to get that in an arena. And that's
they're
gonna be that.
they're just gonna charge a ton for tickets.
Now, could I see a scenario where WWE decides, hey, all of a sudden Saturday night's main event is all of a sudden a 2-night event? Sure. But if you're locked in with John Cena with the dates, it was already agreed upon. This is it. This is the appearances. This is what you're going to get. No matter what, John Cena's final match is going to be that Saturday, December 13th, and it should be that way. But it's cool to see, though, in all honesty, that's good news in wrestling, to actually see, like, man, you know what? There is high level of interest in John Cena's final appearance. That's cool.
Yeah, that's the if you can't get an indoor stadium or somewhere on the West Coast like they are in San Diego for War Games in November, end of November, then you just up your ticket prices so you make more money.
Yeah.
Because if you have 35,000 people that are waiting, that means people want to go to this, and they will spend more money to go to it.
Yeah.
So that's how they're going to do it.
Now, I'm not upset at all that WWE has been here in Cleveland twice this year, and John Cena did not appear in either of those appearances.
I am.
But that's okay.
I wanted to see my favorite wrestler one more time.
I did see him at the Rumble.
Yeah, you got lucky. You
The
got to
main
see
event, Jey Uso.
him. Yeah.
Yeet. Boy, how's that story?
4 letters, 1 word. Push.
Yeah. Boy, that story took a turn, by the way.
Yeah.
Maybe for the best. Again, like you said, I don't know what the heck they're going to do with War Games.